So we're here. All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We are here. This is day number three. Day number three of our 4-day challenge. So we are halfway across the mark. And let me just tell you, we've been growing a lot. We have had a lot of different things that we went through. Let me just recap. We started off on Monday talking about the workouts to do, right? We started talking about HIIT workouts. We started talking about tracking your calories on MyFitnessPal. But actually, then we jumped in and we went in a little bit deeper to mindset, right? Today is going to be all about food. Today is all about what foods to avoid, what foods to eat as you're on your weight loss journey. And let me just say, today is going to be special. And tomorrow, I got something really special for everybody on our day 4 challenge. So let's get it in. Let's start off. We're going to start off with our affirmations. I want you right now to say this as loud as you can. Say this as loud as you can. All right. So repeat after me. Say, I am making the right choices. Nah, say it again a little bit louder. Say it loud. Say, I am making the right choices. I surround myself with positive people. Today is going to be my day. I have inner strength. No matter how hard it is, I can do it. I start with a positive mindset. Anything is possible. Wonderful things are going to happen to me. With every breath, I feel stronger. Come on, say that again. With every breath, I feel stronger. I deserve all good things. My success is right around the corner. I am thankful for today. I strive to be my best every day. I am going to push through. I can take it one step at a time. I'm working at my own pace. I'm going to take a chance. I'm choosing to have an amazing day. My possibilities are endless. I am calm. I am relaxed. I am working on myself. And here's the last one, guys. My happiness is up to me. My happiness is up to me. So for today, I want us to start off, set the tone right, and just really center in and get grounded that today is your day. Today can literally be the day that you change the trajectory of your entire life just by taking action and moving forward in your journey. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start us off today with some reminders of the free giveaways that we are giving out in this challenge. Y'all know I'm giving away some goodies for my ladies. I got the 8-week booty builder. This program, it has all the workouts already pre-prepared for you in my app. You literally just log in. You literally just log in, plug and play. Boom. You got your 8-week booty builder. This one, I mean, it's a glute workout. Crazy. All right. And then for my guys, we already had a winner to get one of these with Quentin. He's already enrolled. He's already getting it going. This is the Belly Fat Be Gone program. This program right here is 30 days of consistent walking, ab exercises, mindset, like you get a lot of mindset tips and nutritional things that come in on an automated message to you. This thing is dope, and it's all in my app. Listen, you guys want to get some of these challenges. At the end of the day, there's going to be some homework and activity you can do. All you need to do is take action, and you can receive one of these free challenges. I mean, one of these free prizes. All you got to do is take action. All you have to do is take action. And for those of you on Facebook and for those of you on IG, if you want access to get some of these free challenges, all you need to do is hit that registration link, be a part of the Zoom, so then you can be a part. You're on the email list now, and you can also be a part of the challenge to get the prizes. Y'all help me with words this morning. Listen, this morning as we go in, I want to remind you to continue, continue, continue to take action, right? That's going to be the difference maker between you reaching your goals and you not reaching your goals. So I just want to check in real quick. Yesterday we talked about writing out your goal and making it very clear, making it very, very specific, very measurable, very attainable, right? And we use the example of I will lose X amount of weight in X amount of days by doing X amount of activities. So I'll just give a recap of what that looks like. So you could say, I will lose 12 pounds in 90 days by working out 3 days a week, by staying in a calorie deficit, and by hiring a coach. That's something you could do, right? Something I've done before. And I actually wanted to talk a little bit more about my journey today. Actually, let me come off this real quick. Let y'all see my face. Listen, all of the times in my life when I have lost the most weight, there's been something that I did every single time. All of the times in my life where I have lost weight quickly, there's something that I did every single time. One of those things that I did was I surrounded myself with other people who were trying to do that as well. Like I put myself in a community of people who are trying to do that. And then the second thing I did every single time was I made a shift in my eating patterns and my eating habits where I went more plant-based. I don't know what it is, but for me, that works for me. Whenever I go plant-based, like cutting out more meat and adding in just more plant-based options, I lose weight crazy. I don't know what it is. It works for me. So I want to start off today by really honing in on foods to eat, foods to avoid to help you lose weight. All right. And I'm going to just jump right on into this. I'm going to jump right in. I want to just get to it today. I have a lot on my mind today. And I'm going to just jump right into this. Okay. So let's go here. And I want to jump into this topic of food, right? Because sometimes it can be so frustrating to try and figure out what foods do I need to eat, what foods do I need to avoid, right? So in my experience with my clients and even in my own life, these are the 4 best systems for weight loss that I've seen that work, right? So the first one is the keto system. Keto system is where you essentially eliminate carbs and you incorporate proteins and fats to put your body into a ketogenic your body goes into ketosis, and essentially what happens is you can burn a lot of weight really quickly from a keto diet. The second one is a low carb, high protein diet, right? So this whole concept of low carb came from Dr. Atkins. When you do the research, where he was really selling a lot of products associated to this new diet crave, but it is proven to work if you stick to it. Like literally cutting out a lot of carbs and incorporating a lot of protein can work for you to lose weight. Now, the only thing is, and from my experience, oftentimes a lot of us who are endomorphs, and this is just more of the body types. Let's say, for example, you're a woman who's plus 40. A lot of times for endomorphs, you will use this low carb, high protein diet. You'll lose a lot of weight, but then you'll gain it back as soon as you go back to eating your original stuff. So you just want to be careful with some of these things because you can lose a bunch of weight and then gain it right back, right? So, and we'll talk a little bit more about how to avoid that later. The third one is vegetarian. Like I told you guys, personally, whenever I do more of a plant-based diet, it helps so much with weight loss. Like switching out meat and dairy products for more plant-based products, right? It helps me a lot with weight loss. And then the fourth one is cyclic fasting. Cyclic fasting is where you essentially just cut out eating for a certain amount of time for the day. Intermittent fasting is also what it's known as. So sometimes this can look like going from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and not eating anything. not eating any food, right? Putting your body into a fasted state. And then from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's where you get all your food, right? So these are the 4 systems that I have seen that work best for weight loss. These 4 right here. All right. Now, I want to give this caveat, okay? Because not all bodies are made equal. And here's the thing, our bodies are a supercomputer. Like your brain, your body is a supercomputer. It knows what's best for it. Your body knows what's best for it. So rather than just picking one of these and then trying to see which one works for you, I would really look within and ask yourself, like, from my past experience, what foods or what diets have I chosen that worked for me? Because it's not like a one size fits all. Like for some people, it may be going vegetarian. For some people, it may be going keto. But you would have to know to look within yourself, like, okay, when I ate like this, I felt really good. What was that? Think about your own past life. Like, what eating habits were you using in your past where you were like, man, I feel energized, my body is getting more in tip-top shape, like these foods are sustaining me. Think about what that is. It could be something not even on this list. Could be, right? This is just from my experience, what I have seen that has worked for people, right? Is going keto, is going low carb, high protein, vegetarian, and cyclic fasting, right? Or intermittent fasting. Okay. These are the top 4, right? So I know a lot of us who may be a part of spiritual communities like church and different things. In the month of January, we typically like to do fasts and different Daniel fasts and different things where we do focus more on maybe juicing or going more vegetarian and focusing less on meat and other processed foods. So maybe that's what's going to work for you this time. The beauty about this health journey and this weight loss journey is we don't have to get it right every single time, the first time. Like we get to experiment with our bodies and we get to experiment with trying different things and seeing what works for us. It's like trial and error. You may try the low carb, high protein option for a few weeks, right? And then you may say, man, I don't know if this is what's best for me in my lifestyle. Let me try going plant-based, vegetarian, right? It's all about trial and error. So I want to encourage you, like, as you think about what you want to do, first of all, number one, consult with your doctor. Please consult with your medical professional so that way you're and all good with your body. And then secondly, try what's best for you and go with it. Do what's best for you and just go with it. That's it. That's it. Do what's best for you and go with it. So, just in summary, I want to let you know. So, keto. This is where you're just high protein, high fat, zero carbs, and very little carbs, should I say. It's not always zero carbs. This is very, very, very small amount of carbs on a keto diet. So, for an example of a keto diet, I'm going to give examples for all these. Let's use McDonald's as an example of a place you could eat. If you go to McDonald's and you're on a keto diet, that would mean you would get, let's just use hamburgers for example. You would get 2 double McDoubles, or I don't know what they call them now, McChickens, whatever. No, it's McDouble, double. It's a McDouble, I think. You would use 2 McDoubles, okay? 2 McDoubles. You would go no bread, just the meat, no bread, no fries. So you would do just the meat and the cheese and maybe with some lettuce wrap. That's it. That would be an example of going keto. That would be an example of going keto, right? Now, low carb, high protein would be sort of similar. You know, you could get the McDouble with the cheese and the meat, but then you could also maybe do a lettuce wrap over it, right? Um, And then instead of having the bread for your carb, yeah, I mean, it's not too many whole food carbs at McDonald's. Uh, so yeah, that would be an option. And then vegetarian would just be more plant-based. There's something that I use a lot when I want to continue to have protein, but I'm on a plant-based diet, and that is called hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are great. They have a lot of protein in them, and I can put them in my shake. So when I use number 3, which is the vegetarian option, what I will do a lot of times is protein shakes. So this is my recipe, and I'll give it to you. I'll put chocolate protein, chocolate whey protein, almond milk, strawberries, blueberries, spinach, a scoop of almond butter, cinnamon, hemp seeds, and chia seeds. I mix that all up, and that's like my go-to meal when I'm on a vegetarian diet because it's great. I'm getting all the nutrients just in that one meal. So I'll give it to you again. When I do vegetarian and I'm wanting to get a good meal, I do a good protein shake. I will put chocolate whey protein, almond milk, original almond milk, a scoop of almond butter, chia seeds, hemp seeds, spinach, frozen spinach, um, strawberries, blueberries, and yeah, and then that's it. And it's fire. I love it. Okay. And then cyclic fasting or intermittent fasting, this is essentially where you're putting your body into a fasted state. You can fast from 8 to 12 and eat from 12 to 6, or you can fast from 8 to 12, eat from 2 to 8. It just basically you're cutting out a certain amount of time to eat and cutting out a certain amount of time when you don't eat. Now, I want to let you guys know this. So, when it comes to breakfast, as Americans and as we have Nigerians here on this call, different places, we don't necessarily need to eat breakfast. I know this is not a very popular opinion, but breakfast was something that was marketed to us many, many years ago. So I don't know, maybe you guys are like this too. You notice you can go the whole day without eating breakfast and you have a lot of energy. We don't necessarily need to eat breakfast. Not everybody, at least. You don't. That was something that was marketed to us to sell more products to us. And I hate to say it, but a lot of these diets and fads were marketed to us to sell us more products. I mean, in the nutshell. So when you think about it, I want you to just really zero in and focus in. Think what's going to work best for you and what works best for how your body feels. That's what's best. Not doing just somebody told me to do this. I want to try this. No, do what works best for you. It's like morning routines. Like, sometimes we watch these YouTubes or we hear things that say, oh, you need to do a cold shower, or you need to do a gratitude journal, or you need to do this in the morning, or you don't need to do none of those things. You need to do what's best for you, whatever gets you moving in the morning and whatever gets you into a state of positivity and feeling good. You don't need to do no morning routine outside of what works best for you. Now, I know for me in the morning, this is just me. What I'm working on currently is shifting my workout time because I've noticed in the past, whenever I work out first thing in the morning, I just feel really good, really energized. And lately I've been doing my workouts in the evening. So what I'm personally working on right now is shifting my time to work out to the mornings because studies even show that when you work out in the morning, you do have more energy throughout the day versus working out in the evening. So that's what I'm trying to shift back into is getting it in back in the morning. Okay. And one of my boys is helping me with this because we all need help and accountability, even coaches like myself. I have coaches that help me all the time. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to get at with this weight loss thing is number one, find what's best for you. Number two, it doesn't have to look like how everybody else is doing it, right? You want to do your version of what works for you, right? And stick with it there. Now, I just shared a lot. These are the 4 systems. So you have keto, you have low carb, high protein, you have a vegetarian based diet. and then cyclic fasting. Okay. These are the top 4 systems for weight loss that I recommend. Now, before we go into how to implement this in your everyday life, I just want to pause and say there is a huge difference between knowing and doing. In fact, let me hear you guys say that. So there is a huge difference between knowing and doing. A lot of times we know stuff here. We know, okay, I need to eat these foods, I need to work out, blah, 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 blah. We know all the things. We know it. We know what we need to do, but we don't always do them, right? So I want to bridge the gap. I want to bridge that gap from the knowing gap to the doing gap, because a lot of times we know what we need to do, but we're not doing it. In fact, there's someone who said, if you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it, perhaps you don't even really know it at all. If you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it, perhaps you don't even know it at all, right? Because, like, for example, if you knew something that was going to help you lose weight, why, and you didn't do it, it's like there's a gap. So I want to help with that gap. Here's a strategy that I use to help my knowing and doing gap like shrinking, and I use this with my clients too. So let's use working out, for example. Let's say you're like, man, I know I need to work out 3 times this week. You know it in your head, but for whatever reason you're not doing it, right? So this is how you close that gap, to go from knowing, not just knowing, but doing, actually doing the thing. So this is a strategy that I've used. Let's say it's like, man, I know I need to work out 3 times a week. I noticed for my own life that I can close that gap whenever I'm at stake. Here's what I mean by being at stake. For example, I'll call one of my good friends and I'll say, hey, I'm supposed to go to the gym 3 times this week. I know it. This is what I know I need to do. So I'll say, hey, to keep myself accountable, I want you to keep me accountable as well. So here's what we're going to do. At the end of these 3 days, if I have not gone to the gym, or if I have not worked out, then I am going to have to pay you $50, $100. You know, you can put any number on it. So now what did I just do? I put myself at stake, because I know I need to work out, but I also know I need to do something in order to do it. Because for me, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to lose $100. I'm not. So when I put myself on the line, where I put myself at stake, it allows me to get into motion. It allows me to get into action, because now I'm like, instead of using the excuse of, oh, I got work, or I got this, I got that, my brain is now looking for ways to do what I said I was going to do. Right? Because I'm at stake. I'm at stake for this. So one of the things that you can do is that same strategy. Whatever it is you know you're supposed to do, you tell one of your good friends, not just somebody who's going to let you off the hook. I'm talking about somebody who's going to hold you to your word. And you say, hey, look, this week I need to do this. I know I need to do it. I know I need to do it. This week I need to eat less than I have last week. I need to stop eating ice cream. I need to stop whatever. So you tell somebody what it is you need to do, and you say, hey, look, if I don't do this, I'm at stake. I'm going to have to pay you $50. Man, just watch how your brain just starts to find ways to get that. You will be able to really like lessen that gap of knowing and doing. Okay. So that's just a strategy you can use to get yourself at stake for something, to make sure that you get the things done that you need to get done for your health. Because remember, at the end of the day, this is for you. This is not to look good for nobody else. This is for you to live a healthy life, to feel good in your body. This is for you, and you're worth it. You're worth it. So you got to do whatever it takes to get yourself in a healthy state. Okay? That's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. is getting yourself into a state of flow where you're doing what's best for you. Okay. So, in summary, we talked about the knowing doing gap. I hope you guys know that there's nothing you can't do in this world. You have to put yourself at stake and make a declaration, make a commitment. Hey, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get it done. You're going to get it done. Period. Period. You are going to get that thing done. Okay. So I want to pause real quick and just say, before we go into the challenge for today that you're going to do and participate in, I want to open it up for questions. If there's any questions, if anybody on Facebook or even here on Instagram has any questions, or you want to come off and get some live coaching, I'm up for doing that. I'll do a few. If anybody has any questions or want to do any coaching. All right. Any questions here on Zoom, Facebook? Everybody good? All right. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do for today. All right, here's your assignment for today, for today's challenge for day 3. For today, for day 3, what I want you to do is you're going to choose whatever your meal plan is, right? If it's keto, if it's low carb, high protein, if it's vegetarian, right? Or if it's something that's not even on that list, but it's something you know that has worked for you in the past. I want you to make a decision. And I want you to do that. And what you're going to do today, before the end of the day, is you're going to eat a meal following one of those plans, following a keto, following a vegetarian, following a sick intermittent fast. You're going to choose one of them, whatever one works for you. Because remember, not everybody's bodies are different, right? What works for one person may not work for the next. So you're going to choose what you believe works best for you, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to take a photo, you're going to tag me, and put the hashtag Daisies4Day, right? At the end of the day, we're going to randomly select somebody, and you're going to be able to win one of the prizes that we talked about earlier. So just so we can show you guys again, the prizes are the 8-week booty builder, which is an 8-week program that has built-in workouts into my app. You literally can just plug and play, and you can do these workouts from home. These workouts are going to give you that the glute exercises that you need to get right for the ladies. This is a favorite. And then we also have the Belly Fat Be Gone. This is 30 days of ab workouts, cardio, and also just a lot of mindset and insights for you throughout the journey. Okay. So these are the prizes that you could win. So literally all you need to do, you could do this in 5 minutes. All you need to do is find one healthy meal that you're going to eat today, following your fat loss diet, and just take a photo, tag myself with the hashtag Daisies4Day. All right, y'all. I hope you got something today out of today's call. We'll be back tomorrow is our last day. Tomorrow is our very last day. So let's bring the energy and let's get it. All right, you guys. Peace.